Hello everyone, Broloth here. Welcome back for another episode. I'm going to go ahead and start off strong and announce the winners of the Hearthstone giveaway I was doing. I apologize if I'm pronouncing your names wrong. I was on the Facebook and Twitter altogether of all of the all the people who linked their favorite card. We've got, I'm going to go away from the sound real quick so I can check this out. Okay, so the first winner is, and again I apologize for pronouncing your name wrong, Edward Tachinsky. And his favorite card is the Azure Drake. And I have to admit that the Azure Drake is one of my favorite cards. The Azure Drake is a 4/4 for 5, so it's a pretty sturdy creature with a decent cost, with spell power 1 and a card draw. It's just the all-in-one deal. Next we have Lars Jensen. His favorite card was the Argent Commander, which is probably my favorite voice, the favorite voice acting of any of the cards so far. And lastly, we've got Evan Hale. And Evan Hale's favorite card was the Hogger. Now, Hogger is also one of my favorite cards because I love the constant creature generation. And I've seen a turn 1 Hogger before with a Druid who coined into an Innervate into a Hogger. No, excuse me. It was a turn 3 Hogger with a coin Innervate Hogger. And I was just like, well, not a lot you can do to stop that so early on. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and head into a game. I again apologize for cutting out the music. I have to check real quick. I did get a message from somebody who wanted me to test out a deck they had built. Again, folks, if you want to see me test out a deck that you've come up with, by all means, toss me a message on YouTube or leave it in the comments. Well, actually, you can't really leave it in the comments because HTMLs don't work, but send me a message and I'll definitely go ahead and check it out. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. So this is the Hearthstone deck from Rupus, and it's a priest deck. There's a Hearthstone link I'll put in the description. You copy it up. And he says, this is a priest deck I made for you to play around with. It's based around mind control and using the opponent's cards. Since I've never played the game, it's probably imbalanced. So we'll give it a couple of games. We'll give it a few shots, and we'll see how it does. Oh yeah, I also accidentally got rid of a card in my mill deck, but I don't know which card I got rid of. So it's kind of a conundrum. Oh, and again, to the beta key winners, I've gotten one response so far. If I don't get another response, I announced the winners a couple days ago. If I don't get a response by tomorrow, I will have to select new winners. So if you're watching this and you're one of the people who I called out, send me a message on Facebook with your YouTube name, and I'll get you your code.
Anduin versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine!
The light shall bring victory.
I know that Warlocks like to play hard and fast, so that could come in handy early on. But I don't have any early game pressure, so I'll get rid of those two. And that didn't help at all.
Greetings.
Your soul shall suffer!
Slow game on both of our parts. He has a coin still. I have no early momentum, so he's going to be able to just get free draws out without having to deal with it. Well, I'll be able to drop Ascension Shieldbreaker. Or I can mind games him, hope to get lucky.
I am master of magics.
I'll go ahead and mind games.
Job's done.
What do we get?
I hope you like my invention.
Ugh. Garbage.
Not quite what was planned.
Turn 6 I can get permanent control of that card, so I mean may as well hold out till then. There we go. Not really great, but I'll go ahead and drop it. Heal myself. There we go.
He's too full.
So now his hand's too full. That's actually kind of a bother. That's what he gets for not playing on any creatures. Coin into Soul Drain. Kill that guy into what? Another Soul Drain. So he's at full health. I'm at 27. 26. Alrighty. Go ahead and
Let me change your mind.
take control of that guy. I don't have any spell power in here though, so it's not really the greatest. But he gets it off of his side of the board. Boop, 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 boop. Let me change your mind. He's very easily persuaded, Nomal.
I wonder.
I got a massive spell, just in case he throws out a bunch of stuff that I don't want to deal with. Like, you know, just... Uh-oh. Oh, and a Soulfire.
No.
I can kill that, though, with this. Instead, though, I'm going to play this. And heal myself up.
I can't do that.
Yep.
Vaporization commencing.
Kind of gives him a block, and if he does swing into it, he'll take out him as well. I was going to say something. Uh-oh. Know what you do? You gonna take this guy out, or are you gonna swing at me?
Behold the might of
Uh-oh.
Stormwind!
That's no bueno. Gonna destroy you. I got a couple options. I think our best option would be to get rid of you as soon as possible. I don't know. You're not a 6/4. And then we'll go ahead and draw. And we'll play, you know, whatever. See what we get. Could get something awesome.
I hope you like
Nope,
my
not
invention.
again. Just
Vaporization
garbage.
commencing.
That was a mistake. Tazdingo! Yes!
Okay, now we have a few options here. I could mind control this thing forever, permanently. I could then... I'll do that, yeah. 10 mana, shoot. Okay, I'll do this. Into here, right?
Oh, if you're sure.
Trade here.
Oh, vaporization commencing.
Then I'll, I have to get rid of this. And I guess heal myself. If I had one more mana, I would have taken control over that and then mind swapped the two things. But I was 1 mana short, so I couldn't. It's not a huge. It's not a big deal.
Who dares summon me?
Chaos Fire, yeah. Hopefully I pull a mind control this turn. Nope, not a mind control. Okay, we'll play this.
I hope you like my invention.
Why do you call?
He didn't swing. That's interesting. So what can we do here?
Let me change.
I like
your
another
mind.
taunt creature.
Man.
Give that minion a turn to get ready.
And we'll heal myself, because I'm really, really low. And we've got 2 taunt creatures to kind of hold us up. A nice solid 4-5. I can Shadow Repay any little creatures he throws out. He can Master Spell anything he kind of sends out there. I'll Shadow Repay that. I'm gonna keep my Citigoose in case he's got a Jiraxis, because that'll get rid of his weapon, which is a big threat. This guy's deck seems to be around gaining health, constant draw, and aggro pressure, but without.
Dingo. Yeah.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Uh-oh, that puts a damper in our plan. Oh, I can silence it actually. There we go. Let's see what we get. Demon Fire and Corruption. So we will Master Spell to draw. There we go. That was a good move. I used his Demon Fire that I got out of his deck. I beefed up this guy. I then doomed this guy to die if so he can use both of them to take it out, but he was going to do that next turn anyway, and he would have survived.
I'm ready. I'm not ready. Why do you call?
So he's going to trade here. And then we will Mind Control. We could do this. Kill you straight up. There you go. So now if he does kill that abomination, he's going to take 2 damage and die. So very strong in the late game. Early game, though, could use a little work. And I didn't use Mind Control.
Played.
Thank you.
And that's that. That's that game. Overall, very fun. I like the feel of the priest decks. I'm just not very good at it, and I don't know. So that was that deck. Let's go over the deck itself. We've got 2 Mind Visions, didn't get either. 2 Shadow Pains, and Acidic Ooze, 2 Owls, Novice Engineer, Shadow Word Death, Thought Steal, Master Spell 1, 2 Mind Games, 2 Shadow Menaces, which really ended up helping. Same with the Cabal Shadow Priests. 2 Light Spawns, Sentient Shield Master, Abomination. Light Spawns are kind of the turn 4 momentum push, because they're very cost effective. But they're kind of weak without health buffing abilities, so I think I'm going to replace them. A Sylvanas Windrunner, 2 Faceless Manipulators, and 2 Mind Controls. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. I wouldn't mind another Shadow Word Death, for sure. And I feel like Ysera works really well in Priest decks, because of how, actually I'm going to put Norse Domo in here just because I like playing with speed, and people say that I should put him in all my decks. So I'm going to build another deck real quick. A bunch of guys at work were talking about cards they use, so I kind of want to build off of that. So they were talking about using these adjacent creatures and then really powerful early game drops, like Feral Spirit. Let's see, now we need early game pressure. That's good. Cleave. That's good. Low cost reduction. More control. Control. Nice mid game drop. And then I really love these guys for the late game on top of... I'll do a single Bloodlust. And we'll do a Doomspeaker, singular. So now... They were talking about good late game drops, like... Elven Archer can be really strong if you're going second. Because turn 1 they'll coin drop, say, a Young Priestess. You turn 1 Elven Archer, kill it. They drop, you know, a 2-2 with Taunt, and you respond with a Direwolf Alpha. Your 2-1 Archer is now a 1-1. Or your 1-1 Archer is now 2-1. You take out that bear, and you've ceased their momentum. I like the Knife Juggler in this deck, so I'll drop him in here. He can be kind of a pain to get rid of. And then we'll do we'll do 2 Elven Archers. Now before I actually take a deck into the game, that's not a pre-constructed deck, that's just completely, I just made it up as we went along. Before I ever take it into play though, I like to test it out real quick in a practice match against the expert AI, just to get it all set up.
Throw versus Rexar. Let the hunt begin.
So already we've got a Direwolf Alpha, very good starting hand. I'm not a fan of either of these though. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop them. Hopefully we get no, there we go, awesome, beautiful hand. So their turn 1 they probably don't drop anything. Or actually it's our turn. Oh, and this is great. Leper Gnome is also another great card for this deck because of the Direwolf Alpha itself. Turns it into a 3-1. It drops any super huge pressure they may have. Now this round, I'm going to actually bait out the Misdirect, because I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Nope, it's a Snipe. So now knowing it's a Snipe, I'm going to drop Novice Engineer, so that I don't have to deal with it. Boop. Novice Engineer is dead. Farewell. Another secret. So I'm going to bait out the... Again, I'm going to bait out the Explosive Trap or the Snipe. Explosive Trap. I'm not going to bait it out yet. I'm just going to drop these wolves. 2/2/3s are hard to deal with on turn 3. Boop. So we'll go ahead and we'll Lightning Bolt it. And then because I know that's a Snipe, I'm going to sacrifice my Elven Archer. Now I know his snipes are gone. The only other traps he could have are Misdirects, Snake Traps, Explosive Traps, or Freezing Traps. And he's already down to 19 on turn 1. He's going to be able to take out one of my Taunters, but at what cost? And this is the turn I'm going to drop the Direwolf Alpha. Direwolf Alpha is going to turn this guy into a big 3-3 with Taunt. I'll have a 3-1 that's just been railing him. Definitely worth his cost. Because he's dealt at least, what, 2, 4, and then another 6, 7, 10 damage already just by himself. And there's 12 damage. He got my Direwolf Alpha though, sad days. Here I'm gonna drop these guys. I hold on to this until they drop something that needs to die. In this case, though, I'm going to drop it and hit him. And then that's the game. So you don't have to worry about hand control so much, hand advantage, because you're going to be dropping totems pretty frequently. The more totems you use, the less cards you'll run out of. Now let's go ahead and toss in an unranked game. Actually, let's see what not basic, but class-specific draw cards the Shaman has. So Farsight and Manatite Totem, not the greatest. In that case, I'm going to stick with the Novice Engineers being my card draw for the early game. I should put Azure Drakes in there. Azure Drakes actually would work really well in this deck. You're very correct, Joseph. Thank you, Joseph. Now the question is, what do we replace? I don't know if I'll need 2 Lava Bolts. And don't know if we'll need 2 Earth Elementals. One usually stays out long enough to not be... The only time this deck really suffers is when I'm... Or this type of deck with the Shamans and their big Elementals. The only time it really suffers is as against Priests, just because of their mind controls. Here we go. Not easy pickings. Oh.
Broloth versus Gul'dan.
Another Warlock.
Shall be mine for Doomhammer.
So we've got board clear, early turn kind of card that you want to get rid of, and then a Flame Tongue Totem, which will make my Knife Juggler even stronger. Probably not going to drop the Knife Juggler right away. If I can help it, I'll try to totem up.
I'll get right on it.
No, I could... Oop, never mind.
I hope you like my invention.
Job's done.
So the Knife Juggler says after you summon a creature, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. What that means is, after that creature's battle cry also resolves, deal that 1 damage.
I hope you like my invention. Oh, if you're sure.
So we've got a decent board. He's got a bigger hand than me, but he's a Warlock. Next turn I can Flame Tongue Totem to really put the hurt on whatever he sends out. Can also drop a Knife Juggler.
One shot, one kill. One shot, one kill.
Oh, if you're sure. Oh, if you're sure.
And then this, if he doesn't take out my 2 dudes, my Flame Tongue Totem will make... Or do we drop him for 5? Sender Shieldmaster? No, Bane of Doom. Oh, nice move. I'm gonna go ahead and drop... let's see, we'll get a totem first, see what we get. We get Taunt. Nope, I'm gonna drop this.
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
So I'm gonna get rid of it. Now I will drop my Overlord and Lightning and Storm.
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
Got another Lightning Storm next turn if he clears the board. Instead I will drop a big ol' elemental. Uh-oh. Overwhelming power, that'll do it. Boom. Good play. gonna take this out, just because I don't want to deal with it. I'm gonna pray to get a taunt. Nope, no taunt. In that case, I'm gonna play a knife juggler to try to scare him into attacking it, getting rid of it, instead of focusing on me. And then next turn I'll be able to probably clear the board up a bit more. Okay, so I should have played the, now that I think about it, I should have played the little dude first. This guy, prior to that. I also should have summoned a totem before actually using that spell. I would have killed one of them. I'm not used to shamans. They're very much a class I need to learn better. Here we go. That's game.
Well played.
Yay, it's 10 gold. So I like this deck so far. I'm going to continue tweaking it, making adjustments to it. If anyone has any suggestions to it, let me know. If anyone has their own decks they want to me to build, I'm going to call it now. But I'll be back probably tomorrow. Again, to announce the new winners. If I've gotten one. I've gotten a whisper, or I've gotten my message from. Let me see. Pretty sure I got my message from Edward. I've gotten my message from him. I apologize for pronouncing your name wrong. I got my message from him, but so the other two, get back to me tomorrow before 5 Central Standard Time. If you don't, I'm going to have to move it on to another person. I apologize. So try to take care of that for me. Talk to you guys later.